Rapfest Radio on rapfestradio.com. We're not number one. God is. We may not be the best, but our purpose is to lead you to the best. Jesus Christ. www.rapfestradio.com. Old school to new school. Classics to exclusives. Gospel hip-hop music and videos. Live video interviews Monday nights at 8 p.m. Monday nights at 8 p.m. Watch. Learn. Love. Support. Rapfest Radio on rapfestradio.com. Rapfestradio.com.
Man's world, it's a bad man's world. It's a bad man's world. It's a bad man's world. It's a bad man's world.
Yeah.
It's a bad man's world.
Yeah. Lord forgive them, they know not what they do. They persecuting me, they say I've left you. They say I've sold my soul, that was very bold of them to say, let's keep it real. Some support, some distort. It's hard to see my friends, how this all began. They talking sin, I'm talking money. They reaching church pews, I'm in arenas, homie. Whole mind and soul, it's a dusty road. I lace my boots though, for that dusty soul. Off the edge, from every ledge, they leaving for escapes that I can't debate. Life is hard for them, gotta toughen up. This off will not survive through bad man's eyes. Trust me, I know that was once me. I elevated my mind, now hear me speak. Peace.
It's a bad man's world. It's a bad man's world.
This gotta be one of the dopest mixtapes of the year. Starting it off, man. Yeah, Red Fur.
Man's world. It's a bad man's world.
I mean, it's so unorthodox, right?
It's a bad
but it's so classic at the same time. Listen, I must have had a reason to hit that lick. Because of God's grace, I'm here today. Still a G to all degrees, third hemisphere. When I lost my dad, I couldn't cope with that. When I lost my mom, my world tumbled down. Now I'm all alone, it's a war zone. I hit my knees to pray, with scars to prove. Who am I kidding? We hurting low. They say that life is a breeze, but it's no joke. I ain't lying, I ain't crying. Holding on to faith is all I really got. See, I ain't smiling and I ain't crying. Holding on to faith is all I really got. True mascot, I'm down for the game, but the game will never change through bad man's eyes. Surprise.
It's a bad man's world. It's a bad man's world.
Yeah.
It's a bad man's world.
Yo, I got this theory, right? Listen.
It's a bad man's world. It's a bad man's world.
I'ma tell you this theory I got.
It's a bad man's world.
Listen. See, God sent Jesus on the earth, right? And he was doing this thing. And everybody around really didn't believe that he said who he was. So most of the people kicked him out, while other people loved what he was doing because they understood what he was talking about. But the other people kicked him out because they was like, oh, we don't know what he up to. He's a witchcraft and all this kind of stuff. And they put the blame on him. But then when they killed him, they realized that he was who he said he was. Now they missing him, you know? And they screaming for him. Now, I'm just saying.
It's a bad man's world. 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 Bad man's world.
Hey.
We are live on Rap Fest Radio. What happened to our little intro? You never played the Rap Fest Radio? You played the Rap Fest Radio intro? You played the Rap Fest Radio intro?
These guys aren't paying attention.
Yo, sorry. Welcome to Rap Fest Radio, rapfestradio.com. We're live.
We're live. That's
wow,
how you know
we
we're
were
live.
talking about people. You know how sometimes we talk about a lot of people?
Yeah, like Elmo and, and Caterpillar.
Yo, that's crazy.
We always
Yo, that was Batman's World. Red Fur, Prodigal Son, dropped a new project. Get it. Go to, where do you get it? HollywoodRecords.com, I think it is. Yo, hit them up on Facebook. It's
Vibe Deck.
Son.
Vibe Deck is the one that's you get the download from. That's
What is it called?
Vibe Deck.
Vibe Deck is where you get the download.
Yeah.
But you could go to sonicbids.com/Prodigal Son, or just go on Facebook, look for Prodigal Son. Hollywood Records, Kingdom Swagonomics at gmail.com. You hit them up. Some good stuff. He has a lot of good tracks there. That was just one of the like 15 tracks or so on the project. We are here live on Rap Fest Radio. How are you, Mr. Eli?
I'm still gathering myself from Saturday.
Yeah,
man.
we had a big weekend. Many of you know we've been talking about it for the last year, just about.
Yeah,
for a long time, long enough time.
Yeah.
How many months?
Like 4 or 5 months. I think we really started pushing it in December.
We started pushing it in December.
Yeah,
we've been talking about it for
we've been talking about it for
year.
last year. We started planning hard in October, November, and then December things started coming along as the campaign, the videos that we showed on Saturday. I Am UNYC campaign. Shout out to AP Films.
Yeah, this Saturday was the event that we've been talking about the last couple of weeks on Rap Fest Radio.
Yeah.
The I Am UNYC event. It was awesome. It was awesome. I just gotta say, I was really proud of Eli. He did a great job. I was able to do nothing. I stood back.
Enjoyed yourself, right?
Did nothing at all. Just hanging out with people. It was awesome, man. Top to bottom, it was great. So what we want to do tonight is, I'm sure a lot of people would have loved to be there. They either lived too far, had other things going on, which is cool. Make plans for next time something's going on that you be there. But we just want to let you know how it went. Off the back, it was awesome. If you follow me on Facebook, you saw me posting pictures right from the event. Yeah. Just throwing them up. I think I ended up with like 30 pictures at the end of the day.
Yeah, about 30 pictures, yeah.
Posting them up as I was seeing people in there, and it was awesome. It was awesome. If you were at the event, we ask that you just join the chat room. Alice is holding out a chat room. Leave some comments, some feedback. Hey, you know what? We take the good and the bad comments.
Yeah, definitely. Learn from it though.
Yeah, the bad ones go right into spam mail anyway, so we don't worry. But send us your comments. Any comments you have regarding the event. If you were there, especially if something really affected your heart, your life in a special way, or something that really touched you, let us know. Or if you have an idea for maybe next time something like that happens, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Let us know, because we're looking to expand everything that we do.
Yes.
And it's to serve you better.
Yes.
So this Saturday was unique. I Am UNYC.
Unique, connect, share, inspire.
Connect, share, inspire for the first-time listeners.
Yes. What that means is basically UNYC is a platform that just seeks to connect people to places and events where they can share their gifts and their talents and inspire the body of Christ. So we want to encourage and inspire everyone to just be unique for the kingdom, stand out, set apart, and just live the life that God created you to have, and those gifts and talents, and just use them for Him, and that's what we displayed, I think, on Saturday very clearly.
Okay, I'm kind of interviewing you today, right?
Let's go.
Describe one aspect of Connect that happened on Saturday that people could get an idea about.
Okay, so the one aspect, Connect, we actually, the environment was created in such a way that when you came in, the first thing you saw was the vendors. So it immediately pushed you to see different vendors, whether it was the T-shirts, the artist, a record label, ministry resource or a new clothing line that's coming up, and automatically that it forced you when you came in the door to connect with these individuals and meet new people, meet the faces behind some things you've already saw, like God Belongs in My City. Danny Sanabria was there, and a lot of people are knowing about God Belongs in My City.
Right.
You know, finally meeting maybe artists like Sick and Malachi. A new t-shirt company, Don't Feed the Animals. They were right at the front as well, which was great. And also another new ministry that's still growing, Triple Threat Ministry. So we provided that tool like right in the beginning. So that was the connecting part.
So people get to connect with new ministries.
With new ministries and meeting the faces right away. Getting to understand who these people are. Something that happened because of the event and the connect part of it was actually one of the photographers that was there, that was helping us, Megan Christie. She got in touch with the name. I didn't get the name, but there was a gentleman that was visiting for the event. He was attending the event, and he wasn't shooting, but he had his business cards. He does photography, and he saw her taking pictures, and he shared his info with her and told her to hit her up.
Right.
So that was cool too. That was like, all right, hey, look, we're already connecting someone. You know, so that's a big part of it.
Yeah, it was. We were talking before you got here. You know, Eli did his first event, celebrity status. Showed up late today.
No. Didn't mean to.
You know, I won't say that Lou was talking about that. By the way,
they were all
Lou's
talking
in the building.
about
Pastor Lou. Pastor Lou is here with us every week on Rap Fest. You know, we have a whole staff here now, like kind of editing us and holding down that bleep button just in case it happens.
Yeah.
Thank God we haven't used a bleep button yet.
Oh, Lord.
But Pastor Lou is here. Max is hanging out with us today, and of course my family is always behind the scenes helping out. Yeah. But one of the things regarding Connect at at Unique was I noticed that there were a lot of powerhouse ministries in that place.
Yeah.
At one point I was talking to Malachi and I said, you know, if we had to shut this event down right now and tell everybody, sorry, we can't finish this here, everybody just go back out and do your own thing for tonight, you know, but event related, we probably would have had 40 different events going on. Yeah. You know, let's go over some of the people that were in the building.
Well, from what I saw, I know King David was there from Jehovah Shammah.
David, Jehovah Shammah, International Ministry on Southern Boulevard.
Ezzy Castellon from Once Upon a Caterpillar, also from Harvest Field.
From Harvest Field Church.
Who else did I see? Arnold Soshkin, the photographer. He's done a lot of photography for Double Edge.
I thought he was going to be taking pictures.
I confused him for Jeremy Del Rio, who's another pastor. Yeah. So I was totally confused, but no, he definitely connected with me again. So we're gonna connect probably for other things.
I thought he was going to take pictures for J. Cruz project or something. I know he knows J.
Well, I didn't even like connect with them directly. They showed up. I was happy that they were.
Yeah, that was good. Who else?
Who else did I see?
Jay Key was there.
Jay Key was there with Renewed.
Jay Key, great producer guy.
Great pictures also. Thank you for those.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't even ask him, but he shared them.
I was bothering him with his Hubble Craft type light that he had on his camera. He saw it like this crazy thing. He's explaining to me. He was explaining the light to me. I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about. Gotcha. Yeah, it was crazy shots though. Everybody was there.
Who else did you see?
Well, I spent most of the night with Danny from God Belongs in My City. We were just observing everything and really excited about how everything was going down. Yeah. And experiencing the miracle of the fish and the loaves, because there was a lot of people and it didn't look like there was going to be enough food.
It did not. He brought in 6 trays and I was like...
It was only 6 trays of food, and they were like... How many tables you had set up?
We had, there was 14 tables set up. 14 tables set up, and there was anywhere between 8 to 10 chairs around each table. Okay, and then on top of that, there was about 12 chairs almost along the walls on each side.
Right, plus some folding tables as well.
Yeah, so I think right now the number was at about 190 plus that were there.
Yeah,
about 200 people.
I say over 200 if you count everybody that was even behind the scenes serving and the workers and stuff.
Right, so that had to be at least over 200 people.
But yeah, I was experiencing that miracle because Danny was nervous. Like,
there was food left over.
I know there was food left over, and actually the food that was left over was taken to a family that was in need. Which was excellent. On Sunday, they got this food, so they have food for a couple of days actually. So that was a blessing right there on its own. Thank you, Danny. But yeah, we were watching. We're like, yo, I don't think it's enough food. They better not serve too much. But it worked out well.
Yeah,
it worked out well.
We had a great team. Sandy Rosa from Sanctuary Fellowship led the kitchen crew, pretty much the serving crew, and we had a lot of great help. From that side.
So, I mean, again, in the building, we had representatives from I think many churches. Naturally, there was a lot of people there from Salem with the AP Films guys. You know, Patrick and everybody else that was there as well. Naturally, mad shout out to Triple J Audio.
Of course, oh my gosh.
Triple J Audio
that was
rocked that place.
Insane.
That left me a little mess for Sunday morning for worship. No, we'll talk about that later. No, it wasn't a mess. I'm only kidding. It wasn't a mess. It wasn't a mess, but we were missing a couple of connections.
Well,
we were missing a couple of connections.
I wouldn't blame it all on Triple J Audio, but I'm not gonna.
Eli's taking the blame for that one.
I'll take the blame.
It wasn't 100%, but the quality of the event was really good.
Who's responsible for that? But
we still had a blessed Sunday service.
It was good. It was
blessed
good.
Sunday service. But
the sound was off the chain.
It was great to see Terrence.
Off the chain. Terrence from Revelations too, right there.
Yeah, walking around doing sound with his iPad.
Yes, that's so cool. He showed me that when we were rehearsing. I was like, what?
He was controlling the soundboard with his iPad. This is 2012 church, baby. That's how we roll.
Shout out to Malachi.
Yeah,
in the chat room.
Malachi in the chat room.
He rocked it. I gotta say, and I think we've done this to him a couple times, but it's because of his heart and his energy. We've ended up putting him usually to start something in some of the events we've had, whether it's a warehouse or now this. And that's not easy.
Right.
Especially in his situation, this was so difficult because the video didn't even play right away.
Right.
So that threw me off, and I know that threw him off. But even still, when he got up there, and I told him just get on, his energy was on fire the whole time.
I don't know whose idea it was, but having Malachi and Sick on the same night was almost a problem. Those guys have too much energy.
I purposely chose that though.
Really?
And I talked with the team, even with the AP crew, and we were just trying to figure out based on the videos we did. I purposely chose that one because they're the two ministries. Sick is just kind of continuing to grow, or rather, they're growing and continuing to grow, and then Malachi is just coming out with new music and just new efforts, and I was just like, you know what? This is the two different styles, Jersey, Harlem, it just needed to be done, and I was glad that it happened like that.
Yeah. No, but
Malachi put it was like they let off a nuclear reactor with both of them.
Oh my, for real. I mean,
especially on the track, on the last track.
Yeah, we'll talk about the last track later. I want to save that for last. I want to save that for last.
Sorry,
but so Malachi, who else was in the building? We had representatives.
Blaze Torch was there. And Mike Dones was there.
Mike Dones, Man Up Management.
Blaze Torch hit me up today again. He was like, "Yo, I was blessed." He was like, "It was a great job," and I was like, it's the teamwork. The teamwork helped. Josiah, Lori, and everyone else. We'll get some more names later, but the team.
Naturally, Renewed Kairos Project. They were there. Also,
Ishmael Rivera from Calvary Church, and some people from Calvary Church were there too, who are supporting us with Rap Fest, which is big.
Right, and Robin's assistant, what's her name?
Oh, Crystal B. Crystal B from ING Activewear. Thank you so much for coming out.
Right, she came in with her iPad right away, started tweeting away.
She was sharing a lot. She enjoyed it. She hit me up today.
She connected with a lot of people. And again, the purpose for this whole unique thing, if you were there on Saturday, now you have a better idea what unique is about. If you weren't, we'll still keep explaining it. It's a way of connecting people. We have to connect people.
Yeah.
How do we Danny aced you, man. If you needed a resume, that was it right there. I hope that's on videotape and write it out. Right? Just put that on the top of your resume. Even if it's 2 pages long.
Yeah.
Say Danny, a quote from Danny, but all the way down to then your experience on the bottom. Doesn't matter. When you have something good going, you want to continue. You want to see it go. And he has a good vision, so we rally behind it and make it work. And that's how we all should do it. I've been saying that for years on Rap Fest Radio. I say, man, what would it take if we just found one good thing and everybody worked towards making that almost perfect? You know what I'm saying? And that was a very good example of it this Saturday. We had a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people that were in the building. It's going to be impossible to shout everybody out. However, if you're in the chat room, if you were there, let us know. Give us a shout out. You could even send us a text to 805-RAPFEST. That's 805-727-3378. Or send us an email to rapfestradio@gmail.com. If we got the comment while we're here, we'll talk about it or we'll hit you up later. Going back to the event. The lineup was sick. I'm not just sick, but the lineup was incredible. How's that? The lineup was incredible. We had Malachi the Truth, like you said, opened up. And needless to say, he just rocked it.
Yeah.
You know, how long was he on stage? It seemed like he was on for a long time.
Well,
we were just enjoying it so much.
Malachi and Sick, they were on for about 15 minutes. Their video was about 3 to 4 minutes, so
yeah, it seemed like a full concert.
Like,
you know, 15 minutes. It was great. You know, and I love the whole setting. By the way, the people that decorated the place.
Yes.
The way the tables were laid out. I mean, people were walking in.
That's a whole nother list. And
I love the fact that we were sitting in the back because Alice was doing the raffles in the back for the iPod. By the way, we had to hook Eddie up with some music for his iPod.
Yes,
he asked
Eddie,
me today. Or he asked Justin.
Yep.
So yo, we'll come to your house, get some music for my iPod.
That couldn't have been like any more funnier though. Like
yeah, it was.
I was like, wait.
It was a setup.
CJ looked.
But what I was gonna say, we were in the back and we're watching people as they come in, you know, through the black curtain type thing entrance, which already threw people off. You know, what's this blue light? Yeah, what wasn't the sanctuary? Why is this a blue light in the hallway now and this black curtain thing? And they walk in and they see the tables. Mike Dones comes up to me. He's like, yo, I didn't know it was going to be like this. I looked at him and said, me neither.
And that was a good thing. I think when the guys from Sick came on, Josh, on Friday, when he saw it, he was like, I gotta change up my whole style because I was gonna come in like different. He's like, I feel like I'm in an awards show type.
Right.
You know, we had black tablecloths. We had nice clear, you know, cups and little.
It was beautiful.
We had these designs. You know, we had a lot of things that just made it look really nice. Shout out to DJ Ariel for the lights. Shout out to Pastor Lou's cousin, right? Your cousin. You know, we got some lighting too that helped us out.
And Napo as well.
Set everything up with the lighting. Lizette for helping us out and just kind of like guiding us with the
and
way
all
we
the volunteers. Tell them what happened Friday. How many volunteers came out?
I had originally on a list. I think the list only had about like 10 to 12 people, and I think we had like over 20 people showed up, and they showed up early too. That's the thing. Like I got there at 6:30 and I'm waiting for a couple people. We got in there and like 10 minutes later, there had to be like 10 people. Another 10 minutes later, another 10 people. And we were already done practically with the tables and everything before we were like trying to figure out exactly where things were going to go.
It was already
and then we were like, okay, we'll just leave it like this. And it stayed and it worked. It worked. Yeah. No, it was a great effort. Really, there was a lot of people, youth from the church, young adults, 2 people that came to church on Sunday, the Sunday before.
Yeah. Okay.
I never met them before. And one of them came on Friday and helped us out till very late, and also helped us out on Saturday to clean up. And one of the ladies came on Saturday and helped with the kitchen. You know, that was really cool.
And also Sunday at Sanctuary Fellowship, we had the meet and greet where people that are recent to the church, you know, last couple of weeks, months, whatever. And afterwards, we had lunch for everybody. Right. We got to meet them. They tell us a little bit about themselves. And there was one group of people that the guy said, oh, my name is such and such. I don't remember the name right now off the top of my head. And
who did they come with?
He said, I was invited by someone who was here with me, or somebody invited me last night while I was at UNYC to come on Sunday. And he came to the meet and greet, like, you know, he loves it there and stuff. So it was really good, you know, because ultimately we have to impact people as well.
Right.
You know, it's not just putting on a good presentation and a good show. Yes. It's a matter of impacting people, but behind the scenes, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's jump into the song. Then we're going to come back. We're going to talk some more about UNYC, give some more shout outs to some people that were really key in making this event happen.
Yes.
And again, if you were there, you want to leave a comment, a shout out, hit us up on the chat room or even on Twitter. Do a hashtag UNYC 2012 event, whatever. I don't care. Just make something up. Let us know you were there and what you think. We're going to jump into this song by Tadashi called Finally, featuring Shane and Shane here on Rapfest Radio, rapfestradio.com. We'll be right back with more. Check it out.
This momentary trouble is a lot to own, but I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm moving to a city where the pain is gone. Oh, I'll be home, home. This momentary trouble is a lot to own, but I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm moving to a city where the pain is gone. Oh, I'll be home.
You can catch me with my hands up. Hate is my stance now. Firm like a group of lawyers, this is worship hands down. I let them tears fall, crying out for hope. Christ in my line of sight like a scope, my aim, cause the pain's rising, but I keep smiling. This life just ain't compared to paradise, it's like an island. No fear, no shame in me. I wanna give up sometime, but it's plain to see. Lord, you always had a plan for life, no backup. Close cause I stand in Christ, so I live with the end in mind, call it retirement. Heaven's will lived on earth, what I'm desiring.
This momentary trouble is a lot to hold, but I'm not alone, I'm not alone. I'm moving to a city where the pain is gone, oh I'll be home, home. This momentary trouble is a lot to hold, but I'm not alone, I'm not alone. I'm moving to a city where the pain is gone, oh I'll be home, home. Oh, finally I can see you. Oh, finally I can see you.
I heard them saying, hang on, people will tell you stay strong. Encouragement is cool, depending on what it's based on. People gripping empty wishes, hoping for something different. No fate, no escape, who can I run to? When this world is a graveyard, here today, gone today with no hope for tomorrow. But it's different for the children of God. We hold to every promise, even when it gets hard. Now can't compare to later, when we will see the Savior. Until we get to heaven, I pray that He sustains us. Empty aim, unless it's in His name. And even when I pass away, my remains remain.
This momentary trouble is a lot to hold, but I'm not alone, I'm not alone. I'm moving to a city where the pain is gone, oh I'll be home, home. This momentary trouble is a lot to hold, but I'm not alone, I'm not alone. I'm moving to a city where the pain is gone, oh I'll be home, home.
Even if we held down, hang on to your happiness, hoping in His holiness and the fact He's compassionate, eternal in perspective, huh? Even in the rough times, only for a moment, huh? They could never shut us down. My pain is not pleasure, my grief is not joy, but both of them are in the fact that I see the Lord, and so will everyone. Born of blood and water, salvation's coming, so keep hoping in the Father.
Momentary trouble is a lot to own, but I'm not alone, I'm not alone. I'm moving to a city where the pain is gone, oh I'll be home, home. This momentary trouble is a lot to own, but I'm not alone, I'm not alone. I'm moving to a city where the pain is gone, oh I'll be home, home. Oh, finally I can see you. This momentary trouble.
We're back.
Yup, that was Finally by Tadashi featuring Shane and Shane. You saw the information up on the screen where you can get in touch with them as well. That's from the Blacklight album.
Awesome.
Man, shout out to Mike over at Shamrock who's sending us the singles that are currently being promoted. A lot of people might have heard this stuff if they have the album, but you know, that's the stuff they're pushing on the air, so we want to make sure we stay current with them. Before we go to the shout outs, Rap Fest 2012 is coming up August 11th, 2012 from 12 noon to 8 p.m. at the Pathmark Mall located on 174th Street and Longfellow Avenue in the Boogie Down Bronx.
Boogie Down.
Sponsored again this year by Calvary Church as well as Sanctuary Fellowship Church. And we're excited to have the evangelist Nikki Cruz come and share with us.
Yes.
We also have some other things. I'm like this. I have some other things I would love to share, but I don't want to share it just yet.
Week we'll be able to confirm.
But we will be sharing. We have a couple of special people that are going to be coming out this year. Waiting for some final confirmations before we open our mouths. But it's going to be good. It's going to be off the hook. What we encourage you to do is start promoting it for us from now, letting people know it's going down August 11th. Some people may forget to go. Not everybody goes to rapfestinc.com.
Right.
We're on Facebook as well, so just go to facebook.com/rapfest or Facebook.com/RapFestRadio or /Bert Bocachica, or Twitter @RapFestRadio or Bert Bocachica. Just Google RapFest. Put us on your Google alerts, whatever. You'll see all the information. Go to YouTube /RapFest Videos. We're everywhere. Just do a Google search. But RapFest 2012 is going down August 11th. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
Years.
19 years.
So next year's got him off the hook.
We're treating this year like it's next year. And that's what I'm telling everybody this year. I said, I want to treat this year like it's the last one. You know, because every time when it's the last one, you give your all.
Yeah.
So let's do it like it's the last one. We do it next year, we'll treat that one like it's the last one, and we'll keep building like that. You know, I don't want to wait till 20 to do it with a bang. Let's do it now. You're 19 years, bro. Unique just started. So
that's crazy.
You got a lot of years ahead of you.
That's crazy.
A lot of years. But another thing that we're doing is we're putting together a Rap Fest concert series over at the Salem Coffee House. Salem Coffee House is where Rap Fest began in 1994. Yeah. So we're doing something in June. The second Saturday of June from 8 to 10 p.m. we'll be at the Salem Coffee House with a Rap Fest concert series. We're working on the artists that are going to be participating there. It's going to be a fundraiser. All the funds that come in at the door that night are going towards Rap Fest. So your little $5 is going to help us a lot.
Yeah.
We encourage you to bring a youth group, your parents, your grandparents, your kids, your neighbors. Bring them all. It's going to be a lot of fun. We promise it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do it up big.
Yes.
We're going to treat it like it's Rap Fest.
Yeah.
But it's only going to be from 8 to 10, not 8 hours. And that's the second Saturday of June. I believe it's the 9th at the Salem Coffee House in the Bronx. And what else? Any other announcements we have? Announcements?
Guys belongs in my city stuff. I mean, acts.
Okay, yeah. This Friday is the youth will meet at the warehouse at Sanctuary Fellowship. You definitely want to check that out, and make sure you go to their Facebook page. 15 Rev is the Facebook page. Is it warehouse? Well, go to sanctuaryfellowship.org and you'll find all the information there for the youth. And there's also a flyer there for a talent night that's coming up. If you have a special talent, singing, dance, poetry, whatever it is, check the website. It'll show you and tell you how to submit your information so that it can be reviewed to be part of the talent show, which is on March 23rd. Yeah. That's a Friday night, but you got to submit your stuff beforehand. So remember, sanctuaryfellowship.org. It's one of the flyers that's up there. It says Teens Got Talent. Click it. All the details are there. Hit up the information that's there. The email. Ask for more details. They'll hook you up.
And also, God Belongs in My City and Urban Kingdom Youth Ministries, who's a big supporter of Unique and also going to support Rap Fest 2012 this year. The Acts Leadership Training starts tomorrow in New York. You can go to urbankingdomym.com. They also have a Reload Conference coming up in March 17th, I think, or the 24th, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But definitely check out Urban Kingdom YM or GodBelongsInMyCity.com. Shout out to Danny Scenario.
And there's still time to register for this
for the Acts. I believe there's still some space. And I mean, the New York one starts tomorrow. The Jersey one already started last week. But if people get on, they can try to get on.
Listen, it's only $100 for how many weeks? 13 weeks?
13 weeks.
13 weeks of serious training by leaders that are, if you're in New York, New York leaders.
Yes.
You're not getting some hillbilly farmland type ministry approach to urban ministry.
Right.
You're getting straight up New York urban leaders helping you learn your demographics, which is so important.
Yes.
Not that the other ones don't work, but come on, we keep it real.
Yeah.
They take the subway, we take the subway, they know how to do it,
Exactly.
Which is awesome. So you definitely want to check out the websites that Eli mentioned to get that information. Shout outs. This event, I feel like one of those, this event could not have happened without the helpful sponsors.
And then just a long
list of names.
If we had the whole list, I mean.
But you have some written. Let's go with the ones you have written, and then we'll continue.
Well, all right. First off, I'll say the team, the Unique team. Josiah, Cruz, Lori, Reynoso, and then our mentors and board, from Bert and Alice to my mother to Lou and Gretchen.
Your mother was a mess on Saturday.
She was, I'm sure she was.
Danny was talking to her.
Even Sunday, she was telling people some stories about me.
Danny was talking to her. I introduced her, say, "Oh, this is Eli's mom." He said, your son has a great heart. She said, "Stop! You're gonna make me cry." It's gonna make you cry. You are crying. What are you talking about?
Yeah. That was the core team of people. Of course, also AP Films, Benjamin, Miguel, Brian, Evan, Zachary, Daniel,
What's the
Well, I was
cousin?
gonna say Miles Jones, but it's not his name. Why I can't remember his name right
Brian?
now? No. Oh my gosh.
Nelson?
Yes, Nelson. See, it's just Facebook. You're messing me up. Because his name is a different
changed
name
his
on
name?
Facebook. Yeah.
Oh.
Nelson, Aniel also helped out on some of the video shoots. Who else? Grateful Apparel. See this?
Yeah, great design.
Crazy design. Grateful Apparel. Ray and his brother Red. Who else? Let's see.
You have the list. Go
I have a
ahead.
list. Yeah. Danny Sanabria, God Belongs in My City, and Urban Kingdom Youth Ministries. They allowed me to share in one of their Urban Kingdom Youth Ministry meetings. They even blasted the event to their huge network of leaders that are attached to the email. So that's a big list.
Awesome.
I hopefully I can find out this Thursday if anyone actually attended from that. I didn't see any. I don't.
It's hard. It's hard.
It was
to
hard
know.
for me to
It
see.
could be anybody.
Who else? Sanctuary Fellowship. Pastor
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Stacy for allowing me to get this
I'm sorry. That
event
was so
booked.
cool, right, Pastor George? My name is Pastor George,
And I am
UNYC.
He surprised me with that
was great.
one. Pastor Gary, Pastor Lou. I mean, those are the main people that we kind of talked about this months back and kind of shared the vision with them to launch this. And thank you for the space. Thank you for the time. Thank you for not kicking us out. Shout out to Michelle though, for Pastor Michelle, for almost kicking me out. Literally, like, but we love you. Sandy, Rosa, Marcelo, and Sarah, for, with Usher, and also with the kitchen team. Of course, Gretchen and Lou again for helping set up and also for breaking down. Yeah, all right. Not from DJ Lou in the house, but
He's quiet. He's minding his business.
who else?
Who else you have on your list there?
Let's see. Triple J Audio, we mentioned you before, but we can't forget Jose, Jeremy, and Terrence. Thank you so much for coming out early on Friday and coming out even earlier on Saturday to help us set up and provide quality sound. Triple J Audio and also Calvary Church, that's the support we had. Who else? AP Films, we said. Malachi the Truth. Right Side Up Entertainment, thank you so much for coming out and sharing your heart. Praying for Malachi's grandmother. She was in the hospital on Friday.
Yes.
So we definitely want to pray for her that the Lord will heal her, make sure, and also hear her. Also, Sick Ministry and Ignite family, they also came out. George from Ignite, we was talking about that.
George
they also came out. So shout out to
what's
Ignite and Sick.
George and the other guy.
George and Eddie Rodriguez, yeah.
And the worship leader guy was there too.
Yes, the worship team. Some of the members of the worship team were there. The Team Sick was in the building. New Vision was in the building. Don't Feed the Animals. Some of the vendors. Don't Feed the Animals. Michael David.
What is Don't Feed the Animals?
Don't Feed the Animals.
Because that was
It's a
random. We
unique-
did that on Saturday. I'm sorry.
I said, yeah, I know,
Saturday,
I know.
Eli was up on stage and randomly just says, "Don't feed the animals." And he said, "No, I'm not just talking random stuff."
Yeah.
Then you started talking
and
about
I said,
that.
Don't Feed the Animals is a clothing line. It's a clothing brand started by Michael David Hamlet. He is from Salem Temple, one of the youth leaders there, and his line is basically the theme behind it is not feeding into the animal instincts. Don't feed into that spirit that causes you to the flesh that causes you to react in other ways. So it's doing to others as you will have them doing to you. He was debuting his hoodies. I heard that he sold a lot of his hats, where it was really cool.
Yeah, I saw people walking. I saw a lot of people
to the snapback. So thank you so much for showing up. Triple Threat Ministries, Blake Velasquez, that was a big support. Help us, in directing towards getting the iPod for the raffle. Also, shared his heart, and I think he did us justice too, along with Danny Sanabria. I was glad that I chose both of them. He comes from Faith Fellowship in New Jersey, so that was a big opportunity to
Pastor
share.
Jacob Burguy out there.
Jacob Burguy. Chris Belmont. Who?
Oh yeah, Sixth Pastor.
His name is Christian, right? What's his name?
I think he's
Christian.
I believe he's Christian.
It's funny because I've met him a couple times, and then I met him on Saturday. He goes, "I know you from somewhere," and I've been on the stage like twice already. And he goes, "I think I know you from somewhere." So, but we'll eventually meet more officially. Who else?
I saw him standing next to Ellen. I'm sorry, I love pastors. I don't talk bad about them. He like this big.
Yeah, next
to
Ellen.
next to everybody, but next to Ellen, he's like this.
Oh man,
Funny guy.
Who else?
He has a lot of energy too.
Chris Belmont, Ja Rockin' Productions. They definitely support. They contributed. They contributed, you know, in a financial way towards this event, which is really appreciated. You know, they set up their booth. They were sharing a lot about their studio, which is DJ quality.
Eddie and all those guys,
yeah, DJ Eddie. Some of their crew was there.
DJ Transformed, as we said.
DJ Transform, he was on for like an hour and like 40 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And he, you know, I didn't hear anything about him complaining or nothing. He stayed up there the whole time. He tweeted last night, you know, I wish there was another one tonight.
Wow.
You know, he was like so pumped about it. He was really excited. He's looking forward to other things.
Well, he's coming out to Rap Fest. That I can tell you.
Hey, there you go.
He's gonna be participating in Rap Fest
from
this
Long
year.
Island.
This is his first year participating in Rap Fest.
And I was telling him, you know, one thing I was glad to know was that even when I was running around, I heard music bumping the whole night.
Oh no, he did
and it was bumping in the sense that it was nothing, you know, nothing slowed down or whatever. And that's what I talked to him about when we first set it up. And I really appreciated that.
He did a really great job with that.
Sick, I said Malachi, right? And then also J. Cruz Project.
Yo.
Big time. J. Cruz debuted his event. This event with J. Cruz Project. Shout out to Megan, Napo, and O. I just don't know your full name. I know it's O though.
Oh, the bass player guy.
Yeah.
Right?
You guys did an awesome job. Appreciate it. And then do we go into the collaboration?
Go for it.
So for those of you that were there, you witnessed the first I Am UNYC. I guess it's the official I Am UNYC song right now, featuring J. Cruz Project, Sick, and Malachi the Truth. They rocked the house.
It was incredible.
I think the guys they even broke the stage, cracked the stage or something. I don't know. But
Pastor saw that yet.
Pastor didn't see that,
He's
but Pastor,
watching now. He knows.
He probably saw. I know somebody pointed it out, but it wasn't that bad, I think. But well, we'll take care of that. It's all my fault.
You heard it here. You heard it here first,
and it's all my fault. But no, you know, it was off the hook. We told everybody, you know, to hit us up or to let us know right there if they wanted that to be recorded. So we're in the works of.
Well, let me tell you, if that song was recorded already, if it would have been recorded that night, you would have had at least 160 downloads that night alone.
200 at least, right?
You know, from whoever was there. Because the song itself was great. Just the collaboration part of it. Even if you couldn't understand a word, musically and aesthetically, like the way everything looked on stage when they came out with the I Am UNYC shirts, and it was just like incredible. I sat back.
That's clearly a team effort.
I was sitting back there with Michael Hamlet, the father.
Yes.
And I was like, yo, I haven't seen something good like this with live music and raps and storytellers. And that's been a long time.
Yeah.
Many have tried it. I've heard. I mean, the closest we get to it was Richie Righteous, but he's by himself rapping. You know?
I mean, then you have a band like Nuso that still does stuff, and they're very off the top. But I know what you mean. It's different. They're more.
Yeah, they're more singing. I'm talking straight up rap.
Hip hop.
I haven't seen anybody do it since Storytellers. I think that was the first time that I was really excited about it. I was like, yo, this sounds good. The collaboration was perfect.
Yeah.
But the song, the I Am UNYC song, look out for it.
That's definitely in the works.
We couldn't explain it right now because we won't do it justice.
No, but just know that it's in the works.
It's in the works.
And the
somebody
music video will
I'm sure somebody videotaped part of it and it'll come out somehow. So
yeah, the music video is gonna come out for that too. So that's gonna be hot. AP Films, well, look out for them.
Yeah, AP Films. You have anybody else on your list before we?
No.
J. Cruz Project was the last one there.
Yeah.
We're getting some questions from the chat room, so let me catch up. Where do people send Rap Fest submissions? Rap Fest submissions, all the details are at rapfestinc.com. Rapfestinc.com. If you look at that website, on the very top, naturally hit enter and you go into the website. Then on the very top of that one, you'll see EPK submissions, mail-in submissions. All the details are there. Everything is there from beginning to end on what to do, how to do electronic submissions. Even has a link for our Dropbox. We'll get that automatically, or you can send us stuff. Read the details before you submit so that way you make sure everything is there. But rapfestinc.com has all the details for submissions. If you don't find what you're looking for there, hit us up at rapfestinc@gmail.com and we'll direct you accordingly. This is, I guess, for you. If you can do something different to the event Saturday, what would it be?
Something different? I'm still gathering on what I did right now. Something different? I guess it depends on, I can answer a lot of ways, but to prepare differently maybe would, I mean, we didn't have the biggest official team, So but people latched onto it at the end, which was awesome. So I think if we had a couple more people in the beginning, that probably would have been more helpful.
Right.
Towards some of the running through the event.
Yeah.
During the event, man, I don't know. I think it's you could give me some options.
I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything you could have done different to that event on Saturday.
I just
not because we were doing it, but I'm serious about the fact that I think it was one of the best events I've participated in or been at in a very, very long time.
That's cool.
Just because everything was laid out right.
No,
you had there was no dead space at all.
Yeah.
Even when they prematurely opened the doors at exactly 7 o'clock.
Yeah, and
like doors open at 7. Wham!
Yeah,
people coming in.
We were just praying. I remember we
good.
Just walked
But that's
out.
good. But that's good.
I mean, we wanted that to a certain extent.
Because even then, there was something for those people to do because the DJ was ready.
Yeah, I told him get on.
The DJ was ready. So if you can sit here and start to say, yeah, we can do something different, but.
I think the difference only really would have been no chairs, bigger space. But still, it's kind of the
even
style.
Then, I think it was. I don't think there's much different you could have done.
Definitely can't do a space.
Different, get a personal assistant.
Who said that?
I can't tell you.
Someone said
in the chat room, get a personal assistant.
I have a personal assistant.
I know you do. Who's your personal assistant?
Josiah.
Okay.
She said that?
No.
Somebody else. See, well, I know we're being interrupted over there. Eli's gonna run over to the chat room and check it out. But everything was good. Everything was really good. Not much you can change. And some more stuff from the chat room. Saida says she missed the event, but congrats.
Oh, thank you. I have your shirts on. Sorry.
Man Up Management. The event was dope. That song should be on iTunes, like now.
Yeah, we're working on that.
I'm sorry, but we got a testimony of Saturday. Malachi the Truth. Testimony. My younger sister gave her life to Christ on Saturday as a result of the event.
Wow. Wow.
That's dope. That's big. And that's what this thing is about. That's what it's about. You can't have a great event without a great turnout like that.
Yeah,
that's the turnout.
There was a tweet for someone, I won't say the name, but it's a close an old friend of mine that she was truly blessed by the event, and I haven't seen her in a long time to come out to an event like this, grew up with her, and she tweeted that she was blessed. She was truly blessed, and she was just glad to see that, where she knows me from too, just that I'm sticking with the vision. So that was good. That was a test. That was a blessing for me to see that I have, even though I know my own personal decisions that I've made or whatever mistakes that I've made, that the vision has still been the same, and I thank God that it came out.
Yeah, that's big.
And two other close friends of mine too that came out that we grew up with. I was glad just to see their support, and they had a blast.
Yeah, I was speaking to I forgot who it was, and she was like, "This is nice. This is your church. This is where you worship." I said, "Yeah, this is awesome." This was in the beginning, the fellowship part. I said, "You want to know something funny? If you came to our church on a Sunday morning before worship starts and stuff, it's pretty much like this, except we don't have the tables, because that's how Sanctuary Fellowship is. Everybody's talking, yo, what's up? How you doing? Had a good week? Whatever about what's going on? Everybody greets each other. Everybody's talking. Fellowship. We have the coffee. We're just chilling out." And she was like, "Really?" I said, yeah, you got to come check us out on a Sunday so you see what it's like. And there was somebody else was there. And again, it's just so many people. I can't remember who it was. Somebody else was there. It's like
Patrick and Jenny also came out.
Right. They were like, you got to come check it out on a Sunday morning here. It's really good. Alice, you have something coming up there?
Yeah. Just to add to that testimony of Malachi's younger sister, she was an atheist prior to the event. I had to beg her to come and work my table for me. She came and finally realized that she is unique. So excited for what God is doing.
Wow.
We're done.
We're done.
Amen. That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's a blessing to hear.
I mean, that's what we need.
That's the point.
That's the point. Yes, we want to connect people. I was talking to the guys again before you got here, since you came in late. We said
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
No.
10 minutes.
You were 45 minutes late today.
I just got here 10 minutes before the show.
Oh,
that's not late.
Yes,
I didn't get here late.
Your time is 7.
No, I know.
Your contract says 7.
Oh, whoa. 7:30. 7:30 for the guest, and I was a guest today.
No, you're not a guest today. We don't have a guest today.
No,
you're the host. But
yeah.
That's
a blessing.
We were talking before that if we had to explain unique to someone, we could call it a live social network.
Someone had posted the picture. I think it was Brother Jay from True Voices. He posted it up and tagged a bunch of people, and somebody asked, what is this event? And so I told them, Connect, Share, Inspire, the whole thing. And they said, oh, it's like a Christian mixer type event.
Oh, right.
Mixer. And that's another thing that people are asking, is this going to happen all the time? Time frame is not set right now.
Yeah.
But because like we said, we're supporting what's going on. Something that Danny said too is like, so much is going on that if you keep recreating things, it's just hectic.
Yeah,
it's just too crazy. So the idea is that, yes, we'll have some of these events like this. It could be quarterly, it could be whatever. But our biggest efforts and resources are going to go towards, also like with Urban Kingdom, into supporting events.
Right, and that was a question that a lot of people were having, like, okay, so what's next? Mm-hmm. And the kind of environment you saw there was, different as a launch. This is what ultimately what we want to do.
Right.
But the same kind of networking is what goes on during Rap Fest.
Right.
While the concert's going on, like in all the tents and everything, there's all kind of networking and socializing and ministry stuff going on. I've seen people getting prayed for underneath the vendor tents, while they're at Rap Fest.
Right.
And that's the kind of stuff that's really unique about the event we do, where yes, we have this big concert set up for the community, but I always say it's like a 3 purposes: give a good concert, reach the community, and we get to fellowship and network with each other.
One of the young ladies at Sanctuary Fellowship hit me up afterwards and shared that she wants to get involved. She loved what she saw. She understood everything now, and she wants to get involved in some way. And I think that's kind of the key. We want people to not be idle.
Right. Absolutely.
It's like they say, the idle time is the devil's playground.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not moving in the things of God and in His Word and everything, the devil trips you up, and you're just you're not where you need to be. And that's where the whole idea of connecting and sharing and inspiring is what we're really trying to offer and put out there.
Did this event match your expectations, exceeded, or what?
I was Miguel from AP Films was asking me that too. He was like, is this what you expected? And I was like, yes and no. And yes, because of the fact that the people that were there, and no, because I kind of did downplay it towards like this last month. It was just the little bumps that we were catching, but and the nerves was kicking in, and then the last week when I saw, I wasn't even telling people really to push anything, and it was just getting pushed out there, and it was a really good thing to see that the people that I've supported were supporting me back. That was big.
That's important, and that's where this all comes in. Where you help each other. A lot of times, unfortunately, people want your help for their own benefit, and then when you need them, they're busy. They can't come out. Oh, by the way, did Pastor Jose reach out to you?
Lighthouse?
No.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
Jose.
Omar.
Yeah, he was sick.
Omar and Jose were sick.
Really? I know Pastor Jose. I spoke to him today.
The Prophet and Pastor Jose Cruz.
He had he said he didn't even he couldn't even preach on Sunday. He had
and Brother JL called me too.
I spoke to him. He had his own episode. Yeah, he had his own episode, but be safe, guys.
Yes, please.
Be safe.
The Urban Revolution team that we're praying for them in that ministry and
Urban
direction
Revolution
that the Lord takes them. We're always supporting that. We're part of that.
On a good note,
couldn't come up.
On a good note, Pastor Jose already put down the June 9th Salem Coffee House Rap Fest concert series on his calendar to tell his church everybody to come out.
Pastor Jose Cruz.
Pastor Jose. He already put that on his calendar.
Good.
So please mark your calendars for June 9th. Yeah. That's gonna be big. We really want to take this to another level, and we want to give it a unique feel, and a Rap Fest feel, So we're gonna put his ministry to a test. We're gonna see what he can do with this event.
We can do it.
And we're gonna get everybody rally behind it. That's all. That's what it's about. How do we help each other? By helping each other, not just talking about it, but we gotta actually help each other. So
that's what the Bible verse says. Though many parts is one body.
Amen.
So if we all do our part, then stuff like Saturday will come up. I think that's someone told me that on Friday or Saturday. It was just like, dude, just relax. And it was funny because I wasn't really stressed, or maybe a little bit.
Yes,
but,
you were.
All right, I was stressed, but
I challenge that.
But it wasn't like, it was more because like I've told you this before. I'm learning to allow people to help me because I've helped so many people. I'm always usually helping people making things happen. So letting people help me make things happen is on this level is different, right? Because I've done it before when I was younger in youth ministry, but this is a bigger level. So that was a challenge, and I over the last couple of days, even Saturday, I was just kind of reading the word and just looking at some of the things that I've written down when I first started thinking about this event, and looking back as far as stuff that I was writing down in January 9th, 2010. Wow. So to see stuff back there, talking with Danny Sanabria before, when the doors were opened, I had pulled Danny to the room, just like, let's talk, shared a little bit of what I was going to share, and he prayed for me. And then right before I went up, I had Pastor George pray for me, because I just wanted that support and just, have that prayer, because even though I prayed and everything, I needed to still get fed in that way. And, it was understanding that I had to just, I did what I could, and it was just now to just let God take over.
Right. Well, I think now everybody understands what Unique is about, and naturally we'll keep reiterating it so everybody can really understand. And we encourage you to reach out to I Am Unique. Go to IamUnique.com, find out how you can get involved. You're an artist, a sponsor, whatever it is. If maybe you have no idea if you fit, ask. Yeah. Send an email to IamUnique@gmail.com, or even send it to us and we'll forward it.
You have that email on there, right?
No, I don't, but we can say it.
Because the other email that's actually contactunique@gmail.com is actually... Okay. But you can either one. IamUnique@gmail.com or contactUNYC@gmail.com.
Yeah, that way, you could get any information, want to find out more, what is Unique, you still don't understand. Look at all the pictures, videos, you see it, you still don't understand. Yeah. Just contact Unique@gmail.com. They'll explain it to you and find out how you could get involved. And it's not limited to the Bronx. This is.
I actually was one of the cool things. Danny Sanabria already spoke to someone in Pennsylvania that's looking to do some type of event and need support. Someone from Maryland already called us asking for some support for an event.
And the guys in Boston that want to do Rap Fest stuff.
Rap Fest,
send me away.
A couple people. So that's good.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Well,
Jesus' name.
Again, I think
June 9th,
it was awesome. Next, check us out June 9th for sure at the Salem Coffee House, Rap Fest concert series. You know what? It doesn't even matter who's going to be ministering there. What's important is that you come out to support. We'd love to fellowship with you guys and see that support and feel that support, because on Rap Fest Day, it's so hard to know who's there and what's going on. And we promise we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do it up as big as we can.
Yes.
Mad shout out to the Coffee House. Don't forget, this Friday night is Youth at the Warehouse, the Sanctuary Fellowship, 1469 St. Peter's Avenue. Doors open at 7 o'clock. DJ Lou on the 1 and 2, or maybe Boy. DJ Boyko on the 1s and 2s. They have music, games, fellowship, the word, all that stuff happening this Friday. Then there's a talent show and stuff. But if you go Friday, you'll get all the information. So look online, sanctuaryfellowship.org.
Yep.
What are we? March, April?
March Coffee House.
Oh, March Coffee House. Who's this?
In His Image and
Sirius.
And Sirius.
Right. Wow. Still, I thought that passed already.
Nope.
It felt like weeks. It felt like a long time.
Coming up.
This Saturday, In His Image and Sirius at the Salem Coffee House, 1408 Bryant Avenue in the Bronx.
Yep.
So you definitely want to go check that out. Oh, Nomar was there. Seventh Wire Films.
Yes, Nomar was there too.
On Saturday. There's so many people. So many people. So it was good stuff. Really good stuff. Cool. Well, we're done. We're definitely excited about this. Again, continue to hit us up.
Right?
Yeah, it went by quick. Continue to hit us up at rapfestinc@gmail.com or IamUnique@gmail.com. Contact Unique, whatever. Just do a search. Hit us up. Give us some feedback. Tweet about it. If you do tweet about RapFest, hashtag RapFest2012 or IamUnique2012. So that way we can get some buzz going and see what happens.
Yeah.
We want to end this show with a song, which probably should have opened the show because it said hello.
Yeah, we did
instead of goodbye.
Right? Finally.
Yeah, finally should have been last. But we're going to end the show with a song called Hello by KB featuring Susie Rock here at RFS Radio, RFSradio.com. You will learn us because we are out of control. Peace. We see you guys next week.
Take it easy.
Yeah, what do you do when the guilt doesn't cease? The morning after a fall, crying, Lord, will you send relief? Yeah, relief, yeah, release. Depression is setting me, constantly feeling down. What's this really about? I'm recommitting the sins I feel most guilty about. I'm weak, spiritually my bones sticking out. I want holiness, but I ain't got the power to live it out. That's what I gotta preach, just the gospel, it gotta hit me. Jesus has died for my sin, it's no power without belief. Believe.
Oh, I'm letting go of my yesterday. Grab a hold free in your grace and live. There's no more guilt. Hello, new mercies. Hello, every morning. And every day I live, it's another day. I know that I've been forgiven.
I know that I've been forgiven. I know that I've been forgiven. After life there's a judge that we face. With no Christ and the lawyers bringing a briefcase. Guilty. But not for those who are truly underneath the grace that's making me chase, knowing my sins have been erased. Yes. After we stray, we see no point of praying. I can't go to God, I'd rather hide cause he's angry. What?
We interrupt this song for a very important announcement.
Message. I apologize.
We almost forgot.
Robert Corso from Bay Ridge Christian Center in Brooklyn. Shout out to Robert Corso, Robert Frank Corso. He drew this picture of an image of Jesus' face. Amazing.
Incredible.
Amazing, while J. Cruz was doing his set. And it was done in about 10 to 15 minutes. And it was just amazing that the pastor George tagged it like in
it's
2
up
seconds.
in his office.
It's already up in his office behind his
We
desk.
have a nice picture of him handing the picture.
But I cannot forget Robert.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for showing up. You know, met him within the last month, and he was like, "I'm down."
Oh, it was incredible.
You know, that was just awesome.
Also quiet behind the
Yes,
scenes.
yes.
Didn't bother anybody.
Yes.
Just went and did his thing. I was amazed. I was like, "Yo, you see what he did in like 10
so
minutes?
fast.
Incredible."
Crazy.
If you want to see it, come by Sunday to Sanctuary Fellowship and knock on Pastor George's office. I just want to see the picture.
But thanks again. Apologize, didn't say it earlier. But hey, you got a special, unique shout out at the very end.
There you go. We've never interrupted a song for shout outs.
Just for you.
Just for you. All right, yo. Let's get back to this song. Hello by KB featuring Susie Rock here at RFS Radio, RFSradio.com. See you guys next week.
Be unique.
Yeah, what do you do when the guilt doesn't cease? The morning after a fall, crying, Lord, will you send relief? Yeah, relief, yeah, release. Depression is setting me, constantly feeling down. What's this really about? I'm recommitting the sins I feel most guilty about. I'm weak, spiritually my bones sticking out. I want holiness, but I ain't got the power to live it out. That's what I gotta preach, just the gospel, it gotta hit me. Jesus has died for my sin, it's no power without belief. Believe.
Oh, I'm letting go of my yesterday. Grab a hold free in your grace and live. There's no more guilt. Hello, new mercies. Hello, every morning. And every day I live, it's another day. I know that I've been forgiven.
I know that I've been forgiven. I know that I've been forgiven. After life there's a judge that we face. With no Christ and the lawyers bringing a briefcase. Guilty. But not for those who are truly underneath the grace that's making me chase, knowing my sins have been erased. Yes. After we stray, we see no point of praying. I can't go to God, I'd rather hide cause he's angry. What? Who told me that? The gospel lifts me from my fall. I have no sins to pay, Jesus has paid them all. That's why I preach, gotta get that gospel to me. Gotta see that power indeed is available through belief. Believe.
Oh, I'm letting go of my yesterday. Grab a hold free in your grace and live. There's no more guilt. Hello, new mercies. Hello, every morning. And every day I live, it's another day. I know that I've been forgiven. I am His, He is mine. Bought with the blood of Christ. Every sin on Him laid.
I'm spoken for, no condemnation.
I am His, He is mine. Bought with the blood of Christ. Every sin on Him laid. I'm letting go of my yesterday. grab a hold free in your grace to live. There's no more guilt. Hello, new mercy. Hello, every morning and every day I live. It's another day, I know that I've been forgiven.